Deep in the heart of the wetlands, a silent war is being waged. It's a battle for dominance, for survival, and for the right to rule. This isn't a war fought with armies or weapons, but with tooth, claw, and sheer primal force. This is the world of the American alligator, and we're about to uncover the brutal reality of their territorial conflicts. Most people see alligators as lazy giants, sunning themselves on a riverbank, seemingly without a care in the world. But beneath that calm, scaly exterior lies the heart of a fierce warrior, a ruthless monarch defending its kingdom. And in the world of alligators, territory is everything. It's not just a patch of water. It's a grocery store, a nursery, and a fortress all in one. So, what exactly makes up an alligator's territory? It's a complex mix of resources. First, you need prime basking spots. Alligators are cold-blooded, so they rely on the sun to regulate their body temperature. A good sunny log or a clear mudbank isn't just a luxury, it's essential for digestion and overall health. Control the best sunning spots, and you control the energy source for the entire area. Then there's the food supply. An alligator's territory must be rich with fish, turtles, birds, and other prey. The bigger the alligator, the bigger the appetite, and the more productive the hunting grounds need to be. These hunting zones are fiercely guarded. An intruder isn't just a trespasser. They're a direct competitor for vital calories. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, is the matter of breeding rights. For male alligators, a prime territory is their ticket to attracting females. The best nesting sites, deep pools for courtship, and safe areas for hatchlings are all part of the real estate package. A male who can't secure and defend a quality territory is unlikely to pass on his genes. The stakes couldn't be higher, so how do they establish these empires? It starts early. Young alligators learn the lay of the land, figuring out where the food is and where the dangers lie. But as they grow, so does their ambition. A young male, reaching maturity, will start to challenge the established order. This is where the real drama begins. The first line of defense isn't a physical fight. It's a display of power. An alligator will patrol the borders of its territory, sending clear signals to any would-be challengers. One of the most impressive displays is the head slap and water dance. The alligator will lift its head high, inflate its lungs, and then slam its head against the water's surface with incredible force. This creates a loud thump that can be heard from a great distance. But that's not all. As it does this, its body vibrates at an extremely low frequency, causing the water on its back to literally dance and bubble. This infrasound, below the range of human hearing, travels for miles through the water, a deep, resonant warning that says, "This is my kingdom. Stay away." It's a powerful, intimidating message, a declaration of ownership that can often settle a dispute before it ever turns violent. They also use scent marking. Glands under their jaw release a musky oil into the water. As they move through their territory, they leave behind a chemical signature, a unique scent that identifies them as the resident ruler. It's like a calling card, letting every other alligator in the vicinity know who's in charge. But sometimes these warnings aren't enough. A determined rival, perhaps a large, nomadic male looking for his own piece of the pie, might ignore the signals and push his luck. When a challenger enters a claimed territory, the confrontation escalates. The resident male will approach, often swimming parallel to the intruder. This is a size-up. They'll both lift their bodies high out of the water, trying to look as large and intimidating as possible. Their snouts will point skyward, a posture of pure aggression. They'll hiss, they'll bellow, and they'll lock eyes. It's a tense, calculated standoff, a high-stakes game of chicken. Each alligator is assessing the other, looking for any sign of weakness or hesitation. For the intruder, this is the last chance to back down without a fight. For the resident, it's a final warning before unleashing hell. If neither alligator backs down, the situation explodes into violence. Alligator fights are not elegant or strategic. They are brutal, chaotic displays of raw power. The goal is simple: inflict as much damage as possible and force the opponent to submit or flee. They lunge at each other, their massive jaws snapping shut with a force of nearly 3,000 pounds per square inch. That's enough to snap bones like twigs. They bite and hold, trying to get a grip on a leg, a tail, or even the head. Scars, missing toes, and damaged tails are the battle wounds worn by nearly every mature male alligator. They are a testament to the battles they've won and survived. But the most iconic and terrifying move in an alligator's arsenal is the death roll. Once an alligator has a firm grip on its opponent, it will use its powerful body and tail to spin violently in the water. This incredible rotational force is designed to tear flesh and disorient the victim. In a territorial dispute, a death roll can shatter limbs and inflict catastrophic injuries. It's a move of absolute commitment, a tactic that can end a fight in a matter of seconds. These battles are incredibly costly. They burn precious energy and carry a huge risk of injury or even death. A lost eye, a broken jaw, or a severe infection from a deep bite can be a death sentence, even for the winner. That's why posturing and intimidation are so important. A physical fight is always the last resort. What's fascinating is how this territorial system creates a hierarchy within the alligator population. The largest, strongest, and most aggressive males secure the best territories. These alpha gators get the best food, the best basking spots, and the most mating opportunities. They are the kings of the swamp. Lesser males are pushed to the margins, forced into less desirable habitats with fewer resources. They might have to travel farther to find food, and they have a much lower chance of successfully breeding. They live in the shadow of the dominant males, always waiting for an opportunity, a moment of weakness, to challenge for the throne. And what about the females? Their territoriality is a bit different. While they will defend a small core area, especially around their nests, they are generally more tolerant of each other. Their territories often overlap, and they don't engage in the same kind of brutal combat as the males. Their primary focus is on protecting their young. A mother alligator is one of the most formidable defenders in the animal kingdom. Anything that threatens her nest or her hatchlings will face her full, explosive wrath. The size of a territory can vary dramatically. In a resource-rich environment like a lush marsh or a slow-moving river, a territory might only be a few acres. But in a less productive area, a dominant male might need to control a much larger domain, sometimes spanning several miles of shoreline just to meet his needs. These territorial battles shape the entire wetland ecosystem. By controlling population density and access to resources, these apex predators play a crucial role as ecosystem engineers. Their deep gator holes, which they dig to stay cool and wet during the dry season, become vital oases that provide water for countless other species, from fish and turtles to birds and mammals. In a way, the king's castle becomes a refuge for his subjects. The ruthless defense of their territory ensures that only the strongest alligators thrive and reproduce, a brutal but effective engine of natural selection. It's a cycle of dominance and challenge that has been playing out in these waters for millions of years. So the next time you see an alligator resting peacefully in the sun, remember the unseen war that rages just beneath the surface. You're not looking at a lazy lizard. You're looking at a monarch, a survivor, a warrior who has fought and won the right to rule their aquatic empire. They are the undisputed masters of the wetlands, and their reign is written in the scars they bear and the silent, shimmering water they command. It's a brutal, beautiful, and essential part of the natural world. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the alligator's domain. If you found this fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more wildlife stories, and let us know in the comments what animal you'd like us to explore next. See you on the next adventure.